live. News 8 at 5 starts now.
We got some pretty good storms popping up across Connecticut right now. A severe thunderstorm watch is in effect for parts of the state. Gray in New Haven, Waterbury and Hartford there. Still looking good in New London, but the storm's headed this way, that way. Look at this. This is live in Hamden from our mobile weather lab, and the rain is really coming down there. Let's check it out. Now, Joe Fury's watching this line of storms move across the state. Joe.
All right, Darren, welcome back in. Hi, everybody. You know, one of the pet peeves I've had for years and years and years, severe thunderstorm warnings, lightning is not something that's based in that warning criteria. It's all about the wind, the 58+ mile/per-hour winds, and the large hail. We've got a ton of lightning with this line that's coming across, and somehow, some way, there is not a severe thunderstorm warning with any of this right now. Yeah, we're talking about rocking and rolling. You guys get your second cell that's coming across out of town in Windham County. You guys got hit hard a little while ago. Another one right now. Again, the lightning, dangerous cloud-to-ground lightning, had golf ball-size hail just over the Connecticut border. East Hampton, Marlborough, Middletown, yeah, raining very hard with lots of lightning here. Again, this is all moving to the east-southeast at about 30 miles per hour. Tremendous amount of lightning in and around the Hamden-Wallingford area right now. That's where our photographer JP is. And then on down through the Naugatuck Valley, Shelton. This is all moving down towards the shore. If you know anybody that's out on the beach or on a boat, get them in, because we got a special marine warning out now. The tremendous amount of lightning that's bearing down on the beaches from Westport to Fairfield to Milford to New Haven, East Haven, and so forth. Waterbury looking a little bit dark, but you guys, 84 north, most of the action is gone by you, or you didn't even really get anything. It all developed along the 84 corridor, and now it's moving to the south and east. New London, you're looking good at the moment, but we got it coming for you. And look at these dew points. 77 at New Haven right now, 73 at Hartford, 77 at Lisbon. So it is tropical. Atmosphere is exploding. Temperature up in the 80s. So it's feeling like it's up in the 90s across the state. So this line rolls through by 7 o'clock or so. It's gone. Quiet for the overnight. Tomorrow is a great day. We're going to do today all over again on Wednesday and maybe Thursday too. We'll talk about that and some great weather in the 8-day forecast coming up.
All right, Joe, thanks so much. We continue to follow this news out of Norwich. I-395 southbound remains closed because of a tractor-trailer fire. This happened shortly after noontime today. State police expect the southbound side of the road to be closed at least through rush hour. They say at least one person was badly injured. Drivers are asked to find another route. As we look at live pictures, still a big mess in that area. Go around it if you can.
Sure is. All right, now at 5, it has been 1 week now since a police captain was shot in New Haven. Captain Anthony Duff still in the hospital tonight as the manhunt for the shooter goes on.
The police chief gave an update on Duff's condition and the investigation today. News 8's Bob Wilson is live at Yale New Haven Hospital with more. Bob.
Yeah, there is some good news and some not so good news. First off, the good news is that Captain Duff's expected to make a full recovery and get out of the hospital. However, it will be a long road, a very difficult road, especially while he can heal from the physical injuries. There may be other injuries, they said, that he and his family will be dealing with for a very long time. Very difficult road ahead. Meanwhile, the detective team and the police department working very hard to try and track down exactly what happened last week and find that shooter.
I can't give you details on the investigation. Suffice it to say that there is an enormous team of people working, even as we speak, on this investigation. It's the priority of the department. It's what's on all of our minds, and I can assure you that every stone is being turned.
And it was last week Captain Duff was off duty, did not have a vest on when he witnessed that armed robbery happen right in front of him, and that's when he called it in and he charged in to try to stop it. Another man was killed. He was critically shot, still recovering tonight here at Yale New Haven Hospital. I'm Bob Wilson, reporting live in New Haven, News 8.
All right, Bob, thank you. Police in Bristol are warning dog owners about some bones that may have been tainted on purpose. They say a homeowner on Council Ring Drive found some partially eaten milk bones in their yard on Saturday morning. Their dog became ill. Police say the bones had a toxic smell. Animal control checked out the dog. It seems to be okay. There have not been any similar incidents in the area.
A Shelton man is accused of sexually assaulting a 10-year-old girl. 37-year-old Paul Dabrowski was arrested Friday. Police say he knows the victim. Police Police say he started molesting the girl when she was 10 and it went on into her teens. He's being held tonight on $250,000 bond.
Police in New Haven are searching for a suspect in a shooting. It happened about 1:30 this morning on Greenwich Avenue between 1st and 2nd Streets. The 27-year-old victim was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Police say the bullet was lodged near his spine. He is expected to survive. His name has not yet been released.
Leaders in the capital city working to help victims of gun violence. They met today to talk about services that are offered to victims and their families. A veteran and retired Hartford firefighter who lost 3 relatives to gun violence spoke at today's forum.
I want to say, this isn't a battle. This is a war. And you're talking to an infantryman from Vietnam. So when I tell you about wars, I'm speaking experience. This isn't a battle. This is a war. But if we all stick together and we put our arms around these young people and we keep encouraging, we will win this war.
Some young people from Hartford also played a big role in that forum today. They talked about ways to try to put an end to gun violence.
The latest on the search for missing new Canaan mother, Jennifer Dulos. The girlfriend of her estranged husband, Fotis Dulos, appeared in court. The two are charged in connection with her disappearance. News 8's Stephanie Simoni was in court today.
Good afternoon. This was a very brief court appearance. It lasted less than 30 seconds. Watch as Michelle Troconis faces the judge alongside her attorney, Andrew Bowman. Troconis pleaded not guilty and is out on bond for tampering with evidence and hindering the prosecution charges. It's in connection with the May 24th disappearance of New Canaan mom, Jennifer Dulos. On the night she vanished, Troconis was dating Jennifer's estranged husband, Fotis Dulos, and Troconis and Fotis were seen on surveillance cameras dumping trash bags in Hartford. Police say the bags contained items that had Jennifer's blood on them. It's been nearly 3 months since Jennifer disappeared and since 5 children have seen their mother. They've been staying with their maternal grandmother in New York. The only decision that was made in court today is that it was continued until September 20th. In Stamford, Stephanie Simoni, News 8.
A Darien man charged with manslaughter on the Caribbean island of Anguilla is due in court there this week. 44-year-old Scott Hapgood is accused of killing a hotel maintenance worker while they were on vacation there in April. The Hapgood family says the worker had a knife and tried to rob them. They say Hapgood acted in self-defense. A toxicology report shows that worker was high on a cocktail of drugs and alcohol at the time of the attack, including cocaine. In a statement, a lawyer for Hapgood said, quote, the toxicology report confirms that Scott Hapgood had no choice but to defend himself and his children from the frenzied attack of a man under the influence of a dangerous combination of illegal drugs and alcohol.
All right, as we speak to you, you can hear the rain coming down on the roof and some lightning, too. Investigators are trying to figure out how a luxury yacht caught fire in Milford. Flames breaking out on the 37-foot yacht in the harbor around 11:30 this morning. Firefighters getting the flames under control in less than 10 minutes. The yacht, it's a mess. It was towed to shore and removed from the water. No other boats were damaged.
Union Station in New Haven is nearly 100 years old now. Is this the time for a major renovation?
Most people simply come to Union Station to catch a train, but as News 8's Kent Pierce tells us, others see huge potential for making the historic building a destination.
Around 2.5 million people travel through Union Station every year, but they don't stay long.
We have a once-in-a-generation opportunity here to renovate the station and really make it a destination for folks to come.
Right now, the shops in Union Station sell things for you to grab and go. Transportation, Traffic, and Parking Director Doug Houseladen says, what if instead the space enticed you to stay? How about a wine bar on the unused mezzanine overlooking the Grand Concourse? Or what about a boutique hotel on the upper floors? They have the space now.
As the Connecticut DOT and other government offices have relocated outside of Union Station, including the Parking Authority, there's now more space inside of the station to do more and think broadly with.
Revamp those offices or move the rental car and bus counters, and you might have the perfect spot for a local restaurant. You can envision a little outpost of your creperie there?
Oh, absolutely. I'll be delighted to be there.
Crepe Choupette has carved out a niche downtown on Whitney Avenue, but the owner says the train station should showcase all the best New Haven has to offer.
It should be a cultural destination, it should be a dine-in destination, and it should be a shopping destination as well.
Which will require more parking. For years, the city has been looking to build a new garage on what is currently the station's surface lot. The problem is money.
The conversation is ongoing with the state's debt diet with respect to what we can afford to build on the surface lot.
The city did finally tear down the blighted public housing development across the street. It is now empty, waiting for development that could be a boon for Union Station.
1, 2, 3.
And a month ago, the city broke ground on a project to make it much easier to walk and bike to downtown. It's all connected, and most of it centers on the train station.
You're actually seeing that these zones around Union Station and Long Wharf can be ripe for investment opportunity.
Another idea for Union Station, use some of the unused ticket windows and serve ice cream out of them. It's not going to happen next week, but the city hopes that by the beginning of next year, they'll start getting bids from businesses who would like to develop a little piece of Union Station as their own. At Union Station in New Haven, I'm Kent Pierce, News 8.
Can you hear the rain on the roof? I bet you can. Joe's going to have another check on your forecast in a minute. Also, is the country headed for recession? Next year on News 8, economists are pointing at some warning signs, but President Trump says it will not happen.
Scary new video of a racing legend and his family escaping that fiery plane crash last week.
Also marking a dark anniversary here in Connecticut. We'll look back at the killer flood that hit here 64 years ago.
In Hamden right now, you can hear the thunder, the lightning. It is pouring. A lot of storms is crossing the state. Joe will have it all the information coming up.
Also new at 6 tonight, the Groton Police Force has a new member, but he won't be solving any crimes. The story behind this dog's role with the department tonight on News 8 at 6.